Nettles are regarded as something of a weed here in the UK. It's a weed that comes with the disadvantage, the added disadvantage, that it can sting you. But actually we use these as a source of vitamins and iron. It's quite a nutritious plant, and hundreds of years ago it was actually used as a food source here in Britain. Not so much nowadays, but we're having a go at bringing it back. But what we're going to do back in the kitchen is show you actually how to freeze these leaves for use later in the year, because we're in the spring now, but that is a good time to pick the leaves because they're at their most nutritious, and as they get older they get a lot woodier and less edible. When you've got your bag of nettles back in the house, I would suggest that you leave it standing for 2 or 3 days. Now the reason I suggest that is because the nettles themselves lose their sting, and as you can see that has been in the bag for a couple of days. It's still reasonably fresh, but the tiny hairs down the edge of the leaves die off very quickly after the nettle has been picked. So give it a couple of days and you should be able to handle these without too much problem. The drawback is that you lose a little bit of the vitamin content by doing it this way. Then, using a pair of scissors, just snip off the leaves. You want as little stalk as possible going in with the leaves, because the stalk is the least edible part, and the later you pick the nettles, the more woody the stalk will be. Put a pan of water on to boil, then put your leaves in a steamer and put that onto the pan. Well, the leaves have been steaming for about 4 or 5 minutes now, and as you can see they've already reduced down to about half what they were when they first went in. So we'll give it a few more minutes and we're looking for it to be down to about a quarter of what it originally was. Well, that's probably about as good as it's going to get, so this is now ready to go into the bag to go in the freezer.